Hello, this is Wayland, and I'll be talking about Gresham's Law, which was devised in the 16th century by Sir Thomas Gresham. And Sir Thomas Gresham said, bad money drives out good. So let's figure out what he meant by that. But let me first say that Gresham's Law forms the underpinning for the requirement under securities law that there be full, plain, and timely disclosure of information. Now let's see what Sir Thomas Gresham meant using a contemporary example devised by Professor Akerlof using the used car market. So let's say half of the cars in a used car market is made up of good cars. So these are cars that are in good working condition. And these cars, these good cars, are worth on average about $15,000. The other half of the used car market is made up of bad cars, or what we'll call lemons. So these cars, do not work well, and the average value of those cars is about $10,000. So consumers looking for a used car don't really know, which is a good car and which is a lemon. There's no easy way to tell the difference between the two. So what happens as a consequence of that is that generally buyers are afraid of buying a lemon when they go out into the used car market. They don't know if it's a good car or a lemon. So that causes the average price of all the used cars, including the good cars, to be driven down to a price, let's say, of about $12,000. So what happens then? Because the price is driven down to $12,000. If you are an owner of a good car, you don't want to sell your car for just $12,000 because you know it's worth $15,000. So you try to sell it to someone who trusts you and knows that the car is a good car and is willing to pay the full $15,000. So you would typically sell to your friends and relatives. So you pull your good car out of the used car market, or don't put it into that used car market to begin with, and sell it only to friends and relatives who know that the car is a good car and is willing to pay for that. So what happens is that many of the good cars leave the used car market, and we're left with mostly lemons in that market. So that used car market becomes dominated by lemons. And that consequently causes most used car buyers to be afraid to enter that market, to buy any car, because they're afraid of buying a lemon. So these buyers leave the market. So what that causes is market failure. There are cars on the market, and few or no buyers for those cars. So from a financial markets perspective, the reason that we have securities law requirement of full, plain, and timely disclosure is so that investors have enough information to be able to make informed decisions of what are good and bad investments for them, so that they have the confidence to go into the investment market and to invest their money, as opposed to keeping their money out of the financial markets and investing them in alternative investments such as, let's say, real estate or gold bullion.